So let us begin our journey. We'll begin by taking a look at our postcard. You can see in this postcard, and you can hardly see in this postcard, and that makes it pretty funny and significant. You can see there is here outer space, and then within the space there is one leaf and a very tiny ant climbing this leaf. This ant is you. And me, of course. And the quote says, humbleness is nothing special. It simply means that no matter how great you are, you're still a tiny brained ant climbing one leaf, which is loosely held within the endless and eternal space of creation's mystery. So it's all a matter of proportions, right? We can compare ourselves to, let's say, a caterpillar, and think that, I don't know, that our university diploma means that we are far greater or more intelligent than the caterpillar. Although, I must tell you, yesterday I read in a scripture, an ancient yogic scripture, Yoga Vasishta, that there are some insects that are liberated. And so that made me reconsider this statement. But let's say an ordinary caterpillar, not the one who gives satsang. You don't know what's happening over there, right? And what they're talking about. So, if we compare ourselves with some kind of I don't know, an insect or an extremely uneducated or ignorant person, then we might feel ourselves very high and superior. But then if we compare ourselves to the endless and eternal space of creation's mystery, then our pride quickly diminishes. We very easily come to realize that humbleness is more of a simple recognition of our position in the world, within an endless cosmos that we don't even understand. So we can say that even when we find ourselves writing endless books or teaching or being some kind of an all-knower and confident person, still the level of our not knowing, the percentage is, I will be cautious, 99.99999%. Okay, so even then, what we know is that little. And since we are doomed with this tiny brain of ours to know very little, we'd better accept it and enter a feeling of liberating humility and a joyful willingness to immerse in this state of not knowing. And as we will see tonight, I hope, this not knowing is a wonderful state, joyful. Now you may agree, but there is a part of us that doesn't agree. And it is the part of our mind that is extremely arrogant. And we all have this arrogance. Part of our arrogance is to think that we are already humble. You see? Of course, humbleness, yes, that's obvious. Or we all should be humble. Yes, not knowing. I know all about not knowing. You don't need to tell me anything. Yes. Our mind is deeply arrogant. And our arrogance is spread everywhere. It's in the very moment in which we judge a person or a situation in a way that seems to us absolute. We simply look at something or at someone and we say, oh, this person should be. This person doesn't get what I get. Or this situation is going in the completely wrong direction. How many times do we do that? I will show you near the end of our meeting today a short video of a great teacher called Ananda Moima. And she says, if you are angry, this means that you are arrogant. Because to be angry means that you think you know how reality should be. And she says, rather be fools. So, we all have this arrogance and we can find it on a daily basis. When we somehow are convinced that we know the master plan of reality, the way things should be, the way people should be, and when we hear something new or something that sounds to us, something that questions our belief system, we immediately push it away. Oh, this can't be. This doesn't make sense. Or when we look at other people and think, even slightly, that we are superior because, I don't know, we have had special spiritual experiences. Or that we have reached a certain state. So, this kind of pride, arrogance, is there in our mind. And you can clearly say that beneath this arrogance there is actually hiding a great insecurity. Because we always try to make sure that we are on top of everything. We know. Nothing can confuse us. We are certain of our reality. Our mind is afraid of not knowing, of admitting. Our heart is fine with this. Not only that it is fine with this, but it feels good, it feels well positioned when it is humble. So this humbleness that is why I started by saying humbleness is a combination. First, it is an understanding, wisdom, true wisdom. You measure your knowing with the entire creation. Then you say, okay, I get it. Here, Einstein, probably the wisest person ever lived, says a true genius admits that he or she knows nothing. So this is the beginning of wisdom and the condition. And the second thing is realizing that our real position, our emotional position is to revolve around something that is greater than ourselves, that is wiser than ourselves. Something we open ourselves up to. But we are not the center. And we are definitely not the absolute judges of the world. True? There are 8 billion brilliant and absolute judges of reality, which makes it kind of confusing, right? At least the majority of them is wrong. So who is right? So this is where we begin to relax our mind and to sink into our heart with this softness of humbleness. Now, some people find it very easy to be humble. Because they say, of course, I know that I'm actually only small and stupid. But this is not humbleness. You see? This is inferiority complex. Some are so insecure that they would immediately say, yes, of course I know nothing. Everyone is more intelligent. Everyone is better. Humbleness does not contradict the fact that we are meant to grow to greatness. We are inherently big, great beings. We come from a tremendous spiritual origin. And we have great capacities. So there is a potential for all of us to be great, and a potential that should be followed. But still, always remember no matter how great you become in human terms, in cosmic terms, this is even Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Ramana Maharishi, this is what you are, you see? So this is how we understand that we shouldn't hide away comfortably in our inferiority. But also shouldn't comfortably rest in some sense that we are the peak of evolution. And sometimes we imagine spiritual enlightenment as if it were the peak of evolution. That's it. If you reach it, you are at the top. Come on. At the top of what? There is no real limit, and nobody can sit comfortably on the throne. So you see, we are all small and big at the same time. But today we are entering our beautiful smallness, the one that makes our judgments less rigid, the one that makes us enjoy being in the not knowing, loving it. And the one that keeps us in contact forever with the unknowable mystery of the universe. We are right now sitting inside this mystery. We are encompassed by it, made of it. In it, there is a tiny fraction of conscious mind that gets things. Also this I would question. So we might as well enjoy it. Right?